Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Carmen's Closet. I'm Alicia, and we're back for another Power Review, Season 6, Episode 4. There was a lot that happened in this episode. I know I'm not going to be able to cover everything. I have some notes here in front of me, but we'll just see what we can get through. We start the episode with Ghost daydreaming, and he woke up from a dream thinking about Angela. And Angela's kind of like in his head, and she's getting at him a little bit. She does ask him a question like, hey, if I was that witness, like, what would you have done? And we all know Ghost would have killed her. Or Tommy, So, I don't know. I feel like whatever Angela was saying to him basically kind of pushed him to do certain things in this episode, as we see, like, later on. Also, Tommy finally gets his shipment from Jason. And we see that Keisha and Tommy's mom is hanging out. And I like Tommy's mother. I can't remember her name. I'm bad with names, as y'all could tell. But I like them, and when they argue, and they're so dysfunctional, I like it. I do. Anyway, we get Dre and Proctor. They come to Truth to meet with Ghost, and Ghost sees Dre and he flips his shit. And poor Proctor is trying to pry him off of Dre, and it's not even doing a thing. And he's trying to say, like, look, he's going to help us through this. We can use him. We can kind of, narrate this thing somehow. So, okay. So Ghost doesn't really fully trust him, but it is the best move to take. Like, the feds is on you, bro. Like, you got to do something. And I kind of miss Dre kind of being a part of it anyway. But yeah, Dre really is like a bitch now. Yeah, I don't really like it. So anyway, so we see that Proctor, but he had Dre meet up with Saxe and basically, kind of let him know that he's on board and feed him whatever information that he needed to feed him in that moment. And Ghost and Proctor is listening in the car, and Dre proceeds to say that he's looking for the witness, I believe, or something like that. And basically, Ghost is like, what the fuck is he doing? You know what I mean? Why is he saying that? And I didn't know why, like, he was doing that, but I feel like he had a reason why, but I just didn't see it at that point. But basically it worked because Saxe leaves and he goes to the witness's house, and Dre follows him. So that was good work on Dre's part. So I was happy about that. And then we see later on that kind of goes to shit. And I think that's one of the main highlights of this episode too, is basically Dre, what happened? Dre and Ghost goes to the witness's house. And the way Ghost was moving, like when he came through the door, he was slowly putting those gloves on, and the witness was shook. And he hands her some money. And he said this is not who he is anymore. And I think that was probably a good idea to do that, because they are expecting you to kill her. You know what I mean? And then they really got you. Everybody keeps dying in these investigations. So it just wouldn't have been a good idea anyway, even though we probably will want that to happen. But hopefully she takes the money, and that fucks up Saxe's case. So we'll see what happens with that. But Dre is texting Saxe, and I was like, okay, he got to text him to kind of, continue on like he's, on their side. But then I'm like, no, this nigga really is for himself. And I get it. He got a daughter. He's trying to get her back or whatnot. But I was like, damn, Dre. And he basically like snitches him out. And then Ghost ends up not killing her. And then he texts back like, fall back. And then they hop in the car and leave. And I was like, I was really tense. Like, oh shit, they about to get caught, and a mess. Another thing, we get a scene where Ghost tries to kill Tommy. Now, I didn't understand that. Like, I didn't know what the hell he was doing out there. I thought maybe he would be trying to, like, steal some shipment from Tommy and, like, try to find a way to pay Jason, because he did ask Tate also to find a way to skim some money off the top. So I don't know. I thought he was probably going to do that, but then he just totally like goes you know, just flips his shit and he gets in the car and he like rams it into Tommy and just gets out the car and starts shooting at Tommy. And I was just like, how did those bullets did not hit Tommy or the other dude? Like, I was like, for the sake of TV. But yeah, I was like, that's some bullshit. Like, Tommy was supposed to be dead or shot or grazed or something. But thank God nothing happened. But I just felt like, I don't know why he did that. And maybe it was because of what Angela was saying, like, why isn't Tommy dead yet? I guess he was probably trying to seek revenge. But I'm like, Jason is on your ass right now. And I still was thinking at this episode that Jason would, Tommy and Ghost would link together eventually and kill Jason or work on a plan to do that. And that just did not happen in this episode. Tommy didn't come around yet. He's probably not going to come around because you just shot at him again. A mess. So Jason does meet up with Ghost and he, tells him about this whole situation. And he's like, well, that was a good move. Basically, why don't you become my distro? And Ghost is like, man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my spot. Like, I know he is sick and tired of Jason. He keeps telling Jason, like, nah, this is not what I want to do. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I'll pay you your money, but I'm not trying to, like, do this anymore. And also, like, after Ghost did what he did with Tommy, Tate had to do Will tailing him, and he called the police. Well, the policemen that work for Government Tate, and they hemmed him up. And I was like, damn, when Ghost got out the car and put his hands up, I was like, damn, they got him. This dude finally got caught on something with a gun on him in the act. I was just like, oh shit. And come to find out it's Tate's people. And Tate's like, he's feeling himself. He's at Truth. He's at Ghost's table, desk, and he's feeling himself. And he's finally got one on Ghost, and he tells him to stop the bullshit. And then Ghost kind of like lets him know, like, look, you just messed up my whole plan. Like, this guy right here is going to interfere with our situation. So I was trying to eliminate that, and you just fucked it up. So Tate was probably like, here we go again. They got this weird, like, power struggle between the two of them. What else do we have? Oh, so the main thing. I'm not gonna say too much more, but I was surprised at what happened towards the end. And we see that Saxe meets with Proctor, and Saxe is doing what Saxe usually does, and he's pressing him or whatnot. And I think Proctor was like trying to figure out what the hell to do, and he went to his child's mom's house and told her that he was going to be getting engaged. He showed her the ring. She's standing there acting like she's all cool with it. And at first I was like, well, what's his angle? Because I know he ain't about to get married. And then he leaves, and she's like digging, and she's looking, and she still has like some coke or whatever. And I was like, damn, Proctor knows her very, very well. And I was like, good. So maybe we can get this like bug situation out of the way because of this. So he comes back to the house because his daughter, I think the daughter called. And the mom is in there just bugging out. And Proctor goes in there, and she starts to say like her chest was hurting. Call the ambulance, and he's like, well, if I called him, it's gonna be reported, blah 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 blah. And next thing you know, she starts foaming at the mouth. And Proctor, he didn't call the cops. I mean, the ambulance. He didn't call 911. And next thing you know, it was a wrap for her. And then we get the camera shot. And I was like, damn, please do not let that goddamn unicorn be in the room. And the unicorn was in the goddamn room. And I was just like, damn, Proctor. Like, usually Proctor's doing pretty good, but he fucked up with this one. Like, I'm so disappointed in that whole situation. I really am. I'm like, damn, so like, hopefully something happened where it didn't catch it. But I just don't think we're that lucky this time. we got lucky the time when Tommy came to the house and was talking to Proctor about the Alicia thing. But now, I don't know. I think Proctor is going to be in some shit. Hopefully not. But that does not look good at all. Also, like within this episode, Tasha opens the daycare and she goes back and forth with Ghost about, you know, the Queen's Project and what they're doing with the money and what Raina would have wanted and all that. And I think it was true to the point that Raina probably wouldn't care about the whole building being in her name. I think the daycare situation is a bit better because that does help the community. So I feel her on that. But Tasha has a new love interest named Q. I know his name. Q is cute. And I was like, damn, Tasha moves fast. She was about to give himself that quick. I was like, didn't he just come in here and introduce himself to her? I don't know, but she didn't give him none. But Ghost's face, when he walked in there, like, hey, Tasha, and Ghost turns around and sees Q, I was like, do he know him? Yo, Ghost was heated. He didn't say nothing though. But Tasha's trying to blow it off, and you know, she talks to Q later on and saying that she don't want to do this no more and blah 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 blah. He's like, why are you gonna let this affect your future with the whole situation with Ghost? And he was like, I'm ready for this. Like, I ain't scared of Ghost. And I'm like, Tasha's like, okay, like, are you sure? Because I don't think you can handle what comes with that. But I was like, finally, they got somebody that I could see Tasha with. Because I was not feeling Silver. Silver was just so corny. I don't know. I wasn't feeling him. Also, Tommy's mother tells him that Keisha's not the one for him. And she thinks it's because of the fact that she has a son and she's going to ride for her son. Just like, you know, Tommy's mother rides for him. So I kind of got that perspective, but I just don't want them together because they just annoy me. Tommy and Keisha annoy me. So I just, that's my reason. I don't want to see them together. But she is usually right, so we'll see. But she did mention something about Holly to Keisha. So I don't know if like Tommy would tell her what happened. But yeah, she might want to be careful and not be too demanding with Tommy because he is crazy too. And Tommy and his mother, like when they started going at it and cursing each other out, I'll be cracking up. I love it. Those scenes are better between Tommy and his mother than Tommy with his crew and them laughing and making all them stupid ass jokes. One last thing, the whole Tariq situation with Tariq stealing the money and stealing the product from Tommy, and Tommy going to meet with the Italians to basically, you know, work something out and become a distributor, you know, to get off a bunch of weight, I guess, actually. And he says he already has some product. That's great. And he shows it to him, and Tommy's like, this is my stuff. Like, where the hell did you get this from? And he finds out that he got it from Tariq. And he was like, okay. So they got into it, and I'm just like, damn, Tariq just found a way to get into, like, this whole adult situation. Like, he should not be fucking with the Italians. Like, what is he doing? This boy, he is so freaking annoying. Okay, but anyway, Tommy goes to Tariq, and Tariq kind of try to lie to him, and, you know, he says that Kanan gave him the drugs. He can use that one for now, but it's not going to last long. He's going to eventually find out, especially with the Italian and Tommy. And now the Italian dude met with Tariq, and he yoked him up, well, smashed his head on the counter, and I was like, yes, finally somebody does something to Tariq. Finally. Anyway, so the Italian dude is basically like thinking this is a way to control Tommy and possibly Ghost if he has to with Tariq, and I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Do you have any predictions? Right now I'm still like thinking about this whole situation, so I don't know what I think at the moment, but if you have any predictions or comments, leave me a comment, like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.